Welcome to Storytime Africa, where African wisdom meets unforgettable stories. Today's story is an African folktale called The Lion and the Clever Rabbit. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The savannah woke each morning beneath a sky painted with fire and gold. Tall grasses bent gently to the wind, and the ancient baobab trees stood like silent elders watching over the land. Birds sang, insects hummed, and life moved in peaceful rhythm until the roar came. The lion's voice shattered the calm. He was massive, with a mane dark as storm clouds, and eyes that burned with pride and cruelty. Once, he had hunted only when hunger demanded it. But over time, something in his heart hardened. He began to hunt for pleasure, not survival. His claws struck without mercy, and his teeth took lives without reason. No animal felt safe. Antelope stopped grazing in open fields. Zebras stayed close to the shadows. Even the elephants, strong and wise, avoided the lion's path. Fear settled over the savannah like a heavy mist. One evening, as the sun sank low and painted the land red, the animals gathered beneath a wide baobab tree. Their faces were tired, their eyes hollow with worry. "If this continues," the old tortoise said slowly, "we will all disappear, one by one." A painful silence followed. At last, they agreed on a terrible plan. Each day, one animal would be sent to the lion as an offering. In return, the lion would stop hunting the rest. It was unfair, cruel, and heartbreaking, but it was the only way to survive. When the lion heard of the plan, he smiled. Days passed. One by one, animals went and never returned. The savannah grew quieter. Then one morning, the choice fell on the rabbit. He was small, with soft gray fur and quick, watchful eyes. Many believed he would not last a single heartbeat before the lion. But as the rabbit prepared to leave, fear did not guide his steps, thought did. As he walked toward the lion's den, he slowed his pace. He stopped beside a tree, then beside a rock, as if listening to the land itself. "Power cannot defeat power," he whispered. "But wisdom can bend it." When he finally arrived, the lion was waiting. His tail lashed the ground, and his eyes blazed with anger. "You are late," the lion thundered. "Do you know how hungry I am?" The rabbit bowed low, his voice calm and steady. "Great king," he said, "forgive my delay. I was stopped on the way by another lion." The savannah seemed to freeze. "Another lion," the king snarled. "There is no other lion in this land." The rabbit shook his head slowly. "He says he is the true king. He mocked your strength and laughed at your rule." Rage rose like fire in the lion's chest. "Take me to him," he commanded. The rabbit led the lion through tall grass and narrow paths until they reached an old well hidden among stones. The water inside was dark and still. "He lives here," the rabbit said quietly. "Look and see." The lion leaned over the edge and met his own reflection. Another lion stared back, eyes blazing, mane shaking with fury. When the lion roared, the reflection roared too. When he raised his paw, the other did the same. Blinded by pride and anger, the lion leapt into the well to destroy his rival. The water closed over him, and the savannah fell silent. That night, the animals gathered once more beneath the baobab tree, but this time, there was laughter. The fear that had ruled their lives was gone. They praised the rabbit, not for his size, but for his mind. From that day on, peace returned to the land, and the animals remembered a lesson that would be told for generations. Wisdom is stronger than strength, and a clever mind can defeat even the fiercest power. Thank you for listening to today's story on Storytime Africa. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, share, and subscribe to hear more African folk tales filled with wisdom. Until next time, let the drum of stories continue to beat.